it feels like we never really clean up after our kill. Like in the first paid kill, it kind of made sense because we made the kill look like an accident. But I guess it's just because of how Karasu seems to be controlling the town and how corrupt the police are, that you don't even have to bother, getting rid of your victim's corpse. As long as you don't leave behind evidence that points towards you, I think you're mainly fine because the police in the city sucks anyway, so yeah. Anyway, the next day, Friday evening, October the 7th. Faced with another day bereft of work, the wonderfully wicked night preceding it already seemed like a fleeting dream. I thought back to my execution of Roth, my teamwork with Misa, and the thrill of the kill itself, reliving every exciting moment of the night past. I mean, it was a really well executed kill, right? Misa was there for assistance, but she wasn't actually required or needed to do anything at all. I mean, she was actually almost a detriment to our attempted assassination, right? Because she almost gave us away by coughing. Not that I blame her. It's not like, oh, what? How could you? But it's something that's a little bit tough to foresee sometimes. But she actually wasn't that useful to us, right? She didn't help us, or she didn't get executed the kill herself, or she was just standing by and ready to help if it was ever necessary. But if she wasn't even there, we could have executed the kill on our own. So, but this is actually better because Misa is now actually able to to see our own skills in real life and at work. So therefore, I guess improving her opinion of our skills to her and indirectly towards Sai and Karasu as well, I guess. So that was definitely, like, I think best case scenario. Like we handled everything on our own, and the only thing that does is just impress the people that we need to impress even more. Are you ready yet? Though imperfect, my work for the night gave me reason to anticipate another healthy paycheck, and the experience itself would surely prove invaluable. Even if it was my only assignment for the week, it was enough for me to realize just how much I love my job. Wow, you didn't think a guy would say that, right? Oh yes, yesterday I just killed a fat dude while he was peeing on the toilet. Oh man, I love my job. Hey, are you ready or not? To go from adrenaline and death to a day just like this? Yeah, I'm ready. You're going dressed like that? Have you even moved since I left you in here? Give me a break. I'm exhausted. After being whimsically dragged around town by Misa all morning, visiting all of the places her father no doubt refused to go, I was in no mood to go back. Wait. Oh, Misa. Oh, never mind. Worse, the wounds she'd inflicted on me during our training sessions were yet to heal, making the trip all the more painful. Above all, however, I simply didn't want to go. Come on, let's get you into something nicer. It's just a school ceremony. Why does it matter? Isn't it enough that I'm going? Gotcha! Uh-oh! Oh no, Sarah! Unwilling to take no for an answer, Sarah positioned herself behind me and started to pull out my shirt. Please let the scars only be on the front of our body. And oh my god, well, this seems like a really weird and awkward scene if you know that these are brother and sister. But yeah, okay. Oi! What are you doing? I can dress myself. If that were true, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Let's get you into something more formal. I don't even own formal clothing. Maybe not, but you aren't wearing this. Okay? Now, let's just get this off and... Huh? Oh, she noticed. As Sarah started to pull my shirt off, the wounds from my training sessions with Misa became obvious. Oh no, she's gonna get mad or sad or I don't... It's like so unpredictable how she's going to react to this, right? Sarah looked at my torso again, examining the numerous cuts with a worried expression. Oh no. When did this happen? Damn, that was careless. I really wasn't expecting Sarah to do something that brazen. How am I supposed to explain this? Oh god, It was an accident at work. She's not going to believe that at all. I was attacked by a Japanese girl. You did this to me. The thing is, like, as strange as it may sound, you know, if you were to tell someone, like, I got attacked by a Japanese girl, and it seems like so unbelievable, and it's like, that she's never gonna believe that. But I think because of that, because if we're gonna say it's an accident at work, she for sure is not going to believe it, because we've already been so vague and, you know, not unwilling to tell her what our work exactly is, and that's only going to make her more suspicious of our work, and therefore make her more worried about it. Because at the moment it just seemed like she was just acceptant of it, like, okay, he doesn't want to tell it, he says he's not in danger, so I'll believe him, and we'll leave it at that. But this is going to raise her suspicious about our work once again, so we definitely don't want to do this. I was attacked by a Japanese girl. Like, that seems so out of this world and sort of crazy that she might think, like, okay, that could actually be true. I know, that's really flawed and probably strange logic, but for some reason that makes sense to me. We could say you did this to me, but then we'll just sign. She seems really serious about this, right? If we're going to react to this in a jokingly way, I'm not sure how she's going to take it. She could joke along with us, or she'd be like, no, be serious, and then she'll be really upset even more. I'm kind of... I mean, by saying a Japanese girl, we're not specific, right? We're not gonna, obviously we're not gonna mention Misa. We're not gonna say like, oh, the girl you've been hanging out for so many times while I'm working. We're not gonna say that, I think. I hope. So I guess, oh my god, I'm struggling. I was attacked. I'm actually gonna, okay, let's go for the jokingly approach and see how she takes it. You don't recognize your own handiwork? Like, we could actually say, like, yeah, it was you while we were sleeping. You scratch her in your sleep. Huh? What are you talking about? You may be an angel when you're awake, but once you fall asleep, all bets are off. You scratch, you bite, you kick. I feel sorry for your future husband. What? Well, sorry for not being your ideal wife. My ideal? No. I didn't mean it like that. Stop twisting my words, you sick pervert. You're the one who undressed me. Pervert. God, you're just... I can't. You're the pervert. Okay, she's mad. Oh no. But she actually said really something weird there, right? Sorry for not being your ideal. What did she mean by that? Sarah, don't tell me that whatever I think might be going on is actually going on. No, Sarah, we're brother and sister, right? Let's keep it at that. Or should we? I don't know. While Sarah calmed down in the next room, I finished getting myself changed. Phew, much better. You almost look human now. Thanks. But what about you? Are you really going like that? Huh? What's wrong with the way I look? Oh, nothing. Nothing at all. I'll be right back. Heh. Sarah is just too easy. Yeah, you just gotta raise a little bit of doubt in her. Oh my god, what? That's like the... Oh my god, that's too extreme. Like, you know, before we're like, that might be a little bit too revealing, Sarah. And now she went like the complete opposite of it, and like, no, nothing is revealing whatsoever. She's actually just dressed like a guy, right? So how about now? Not to say that girls can't wear tuxedos, but this is really like a boy/guy-ish tuxedo style, you know? What the hell? Where and when did Sarah get an outfit like that? And for that matter, why? I guess this is what my snide comments get me. I'd better give it a rest. Alright, be nice, tell her to change back. Alright, we're gonna be nice. I mean, we've sort of, you know, we actually made her believe that she injured us in our sleep. So, we owe her one to be nice about things, so yeah. It may have been because of my comment, but Sarah did choose that outfit herself. Besides, we've wasted enough time already. Telling her to change would just lengthen the process. Looking good, sis. Ready to go now? What are you talking about? I've been ready for an hour now. I'm not going to dignify that with a response. As Sarah gave herself one last look in the mirror, we finally departed. Mindful of Sarah's original argument about catching public transportation this late at night, I hid my hunting knife under the back of my shirt, careful not to let Sarah catch me. I didn't expect that I'd need it, given our destination and the length of the trip, but I wasn't sure about to risk it. I've already seen Sara victimized once on this railway already, and Lucia on the stretch between the train station and their school, all during the day. I know for a fact that this area isn't immune to such behavior, but as long as I'm by my sister's side, neither situation will repeat itself. Upon arriving at her school, Sara and I waded through parents and students alike, all overdressed and hanging around the car park as they waited for the ceremony to begin. From the looks of things, it seems all of the other students were driven here, taken by proud parents, eager to brag about the achievements of all of their children. No wonder Sara wanted me to come with her. It would suck to be the only one here alone. Oh my, if it isn't the Tesla twins, what a nice surprise. Hello, Miss Thorne. Hey, greet her properly. Hello. I was wondering if you'd show up. How have you been, Mr. Tesla? Don't call me that. Stop it! You aren't here to be punished, remember? It still feels like punishment. Mr. Thorne is a nice enough lady, but as the teacher in charge of disciplinary action, the majority of our past interactions haven't exactly been pleasant. Relax. You aren't a student anymore. I can't touch you. Besides, the ones whom you really want to avoid aren't smart enough to receive academic awards, so I don't foresee any unwelcome conflicts. Actually, she does have a point. Teachers aren't my problem anymore. Other students are the main reason why I didn't want to come. Aside from the imminent boredom, that is. Right. Thank you, Mrs. Thorne. The pleasure is all mine, Mr. Tesla. All right, there's still other students I need to greet. Take care of yourselves, you two. Will do, Mrs. Thorne. Oh my god, is that the school principal? As Miss Thorne intercepted our students and parents, Sara and I headed into the school auditorium. Sara picked out two seats for the two of us, only to disappear backstage moments later. Students are to sit backstage until they're called upon, leaving parents to talk amongst themselves and watch the dreary performances that some of said students put on. What a drag. I came here for her sake, and then she leaves me to sit with prideful parents and bored siblings? Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our quarterly academic acknowledgement ceremony. Here at Mason High, we believe in promoting achievements in all fields, not only mathematics and the sciences. At most schools, students are only allowed to pursue studies in the most popular subjects. But here at Mason, we are open-minded and tolerant. We understand that not everybody has the same learning process, and we cater to that without prejudice. It is my dream that other schools will one day look at Mason and adopt our policies for their own, because only then will education in this country truly begin heading in the right direction. This is exactly why I wanted to stay home. Half of the teenagers in the audience are just playing with their phones. Some have actually left, probably using excuses like, I need to go to the toilet. Come to think of it, without Sara by my side, I can, slip out for a while. I don't know. We don't know when Sara comes out, so she's definitely gonna pay attention whether we're there or not. So I think it's gonna be even worse if she notices us not being there, right? I think if we fall asleep, she's like, at least he's here. Like, sure, she's gonna be a little bit pissed that we fell asleep, but at least we're there. Whereas if we slip out for a while, then when she does come out and she doesn't see us, she's like, oh no, and then she's gonna be even more pissed. So I think this is the one of the lesser two evils. Leaving might be a bit much, but Sara probably expects me to at least doze off for a while. Of course, even if others don't immediately follow in our footsteps, Our time will come. It's only a matter of time before the Minister of Education realizes that the answer to his prayers has been right under his nose all along. Because when the going gets tough, the intelligent innovates. We build upon that which already exists and create it anew, improving steadily each and every time. Blah 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 blah. As my dreams passed by in the blink of an eye, I begrudgingly returned to reality. Standing in front of me was Sarah's principal, who likely hadn't stopped talking the entire time I was asleep. Just how long was I out anyway? It feels like I didn't get a wink of sleep. Simon Taunt, runner-up for this year's mathematics competition. Really? You're giving awards to the runner-up? What the... Give it to the person that won. Obviously they're doing that too, but you don't need to give out an award to... or an award to both the runner-up and the winner. Like, come on. Phew. Just in time. Not to say that second place isn't an accomplishment, you know, but there has to be a clear distinction between first place and second place. Unless second place gets like a eeny meeny tiny trophy, and the first place gets like a huge ass trophy. I'd better focus. The ceremony's almost over. Sarah Tesla, third place in this year's senior science competition. Recognition of extracurricular studies in law. Okay, never mind, forget what I said earlier, because if it wasn't for second and third place getting awards, then Sarah would not even be honored. Here you go. Ooh, honorable mentions award. Aw, Sarah looks so cute. She actually looks like quite proud of her accomplishment, you know? Thank you. After accepting her award, Sarah looked out into the audience, her eyes soon landing firmly on her one and only family member. Her smile grew even wider as I returned her gaze, perfecting the scene as she received rare acknowledgement for her efforts. Hey, is that the girl you were talking about? As Sarah smiled happily towards the crowd, a grating voice nearby began to penetrate my ears. Shh, keep it down. That guy over there is a brother. As in, the brother? Gross. He totally looks like the type. Jeez, just look at that girl. You can tell there's something wrong with it. What the fuck are these people gossiping about? Why is she cross-dressing? Some kind of gender confusion brought on by trauma? Pity you can't see the bruises from here. Her brother's a real piece of work. He'd have to be some kind of sicko. What kind of sicko does that stuff to his own sister? What? What the fuck are they think? Oh my god, this is why I hate people, yeah? Not everyone, of course. I love all of you who watch my videos. But, like, why? It mainly, like, places at school and everything where people just gossip and just talk shit about people when they don't even know what the hell is going on in their lives for no apparent reason. Like, how do they even come to the conclusion that I abuse her or beat her up or whatever? Like, what? Can you see how happy she is? She's looking at me right now with happiness in her eyes and on her face. Like, that's not the face that a person makes that's being abused by her brother, right? So, god damn it, get your facts straight before you start talking shit, you stupid people. Like, honestly, that kind of pisses me off. I hate when people, like, gossip about stuff that's not even the truth, you know? While Sarah smiled happily from on the stage, lapping up the attention and adulation, the situation in the audience below was vastly different. From nearby, I could hear students and their parents talking about her, none of it worth hearing. And Sarah wonders why I didn't want to come. I thought the rumors about Sarah and I might have subsided once I left, but I suppose that was just wishful thinking. Does Sarah go through this kind of crap every day, or does this only happen when I'm around? Either way, for Sarah to endure as well as she has been, she must be stronger than I give her credit for. Sarah soon left the stage, as the next student received their award, and with only a few students remaining, before long, the ceremony was brought to an end. Unaffected by the harsh words of her classmates, Sarah joined the audience as chipper as humanly possible, and we finally made our way home. With Sarah's award ceremony having ended at last, the two of us settled in for a makeshift meal before winding down. Sarah reheated leftovers for the two of us, which we both consumed quickly, then headed in for a quick shower after eating. Not together, I hope. I was hoping Sarah would go to bed early after the ceremony, but I still have a while before Friday night meeting, so I guess this is okay. Phew, much better. Why is she wearing our clothes? What the heck? What are you wearing? I know we're pretty casual around here, but give me a break. All right. I borrowed one of your shirts. You don't mind, do you? That's not what I meant. And why did you take that shirt? I had one shirt in the laundry, and that's it. I know, but it's too hot in here to bother with proper clothing. If you say so. Though I'd never hear the end of it if I did that. Actually, on that subject, I was doing some thinking in the shower. Oh? About whether walking around the house half naked was appropriate? I don't know if you heard them, but some of the students and their parents were talking about us during the ceremony. In fact, they were saying much the same thing as the school counselor. Do I suppose you weren't there for that? I just don't get it. Why would they say such things? Back when you were at school, nobody ever said anything like that. But now that you're gone, oh my god, they don't have the balls when I'm around because they know I'll beat the shit out of them. Does she honestly believe that? People have always spoken ill of us. Okay, maybe that's true. They always have spoken bad things about us, but yeah, they simply avoided saying those things in front of Sarah because I was there to shut them up. What have they been saying exactly? They think that you're abusing me. I burned myself while cooking, and they started saying that you must have done it. I bumped my leg on a table and bruised it, and some students claim you must have been beating me. And it doesn't stop there. There's really no limit to how low they'll sink. It just gets me so angry, hearing them blame you for every little thing like that. What do you think? Am I just overreacting? Oh my god. Don't let it bother you. It's understandable that they think that way. Nope, definitely not. Tease her. How would we tease her though? Like this, she seems to be really upset about this, so I feel like we need to comfort her. But, you know, teasing can, for some people, be a form of comfort. But I think the best is to just let her know that, to not let it bother her, because, you know, she knows better. That's the thing, how I always want to approach the situation, right? If people are talking shit about me behind my back that's completely untrue, then I'm like, hey, you can talk and think whatever the fuck you want. I know better. I know the truth. So yeah, just think what you want to think. I don't care. So yeah, I think it's just like, don't let it bother you. I don't think you're overreacting, but it would be best if you just forgot about it. Huh? People are going to think that way, no matter what you say. Lashing out would only give them more fuel. I know it's hard, but try not to let it bother you. Let those idiots think whatever they want, okay? Or so I've been frequently told. Alright. If it doesn't bother you, then it doesn't bother me. I'll show them just how resilient and stubborn I can be. That's the spirit, Sarah. You have no idea. Anyway, now that we've got that sorted, let's get you nice and clean. Huh? What are you talking about? I'm as clean as humanly possible. You're the one who needed a shower, little Mrs. Stage Fright. I don't know what you're talking about. I knew it. Anyway, I've already gone in, so now it's your turn. I already went in before we left, and I somehow doubt I've gotten dirty in the past few hours. Irrelevant. I'm not sleeping next to you until you take a shower. Or could it be that you want me to bathe you? Oh yes, Sarah. Maybe not. Sarah isn't serious. Is she? Alright, I get it already. I'll take a shower. Great. I'll go get you a change of clothes. Just what is this girl up to? As per Sarah's instructions, I entered the bathroom and started showering. Oh my god, if Sara actually walks in on us right now while we're showering, then sort of the thoughts that I've been having over the course of this entire chapter are probably true, actually, because she's been acting, you know, a little bit more weird than usual towards Suoh, I feel. And yeah, I guess we can all guess why. It seemed kind of pointless, given that I just did a few hours ago, but for the sake of getting Sara off my back, I was happy to comply. I suppose there's no harm in bathing again. Besides, I still have a while before the Friday night meeting, so it's not like I'm short on time. After taking a quick shower, I dried myself off and looked around the bathroom. I didn't bring any clothes with me, since Sara enthusiastically offered to grab them for me, but she's really taking her time. Actually, knowing Sara, it's entirely possible that she's still deciding on what to grab. I guess I'll just grab the towel and head out with... Oh, there you are. Oh my god, are we naked? Are we naked? I was beginning to think you weren't coming. No, right? We covered ourselves with the towel, it's fine. What's wrong? See something you like? Yeah! Oi, calm down. It's nothing you haven't seen before. Sara? Before I could talk any sense into her, Sara was already long gone, taking my fresh clothes with her. Give me my clothes, Sara. Alright, meeting time. After waiting until Sara fell asleep, I crept out of the house without making a sound. I made my way across town, traveling once again to Karasu's headquarters, wherein I met up with my co-workers for our Friday night meeting. As time passed, however, it became increasingly evident that not everybody would be in attendance, let alone as promptly as I was. Merely looking around the room, even I could tell that a couple of familiar faces were missing. Has anybody heard from Violent or Vincent? Nobody spoke up. Misa and I were seeing each other every weekday, as well as during training, so we'd each know if the other went missing. Similarly, I would meet with Sai during training, and he would no doubt see his own daughter outside of work, so the three of us could easily keep tabs on one another. Given the disappearance of both Violet and Vincent, however, they apparently fostered no such habits, or only met with one another. Well, it's not like either one of them was assigned a particularly high-profile target. They probably just couldn't make it. It wouldn't be the first time. Their entire methodology relies on playing games of seduction. It can take time. If nobody has heard from them by Sunday, their work will be reassigned. As expected, Sai moved on without missing a beat. Anyway, no use worrying about it now. As Leon said, it wouldn't be the first time. Let's just get on with the show, shall we? There's no need for that. I've already spoken to all four of you before tonight. So he's been in constant contact with the others after all, huh? I spoke to Sai just last night, informing him of our success after Misa and I completed our only work for the week, but not once has he mentioned meeting with any of the others. Ultimately, it's none of my business, of course, but still, it does feel like I'm not being told the full story. Given Leon's choice of attire, I wouldn't be surprised if he was the one training with Sai and Misa before I came along. Me usurping his position would also explain some of the hostility he feels to me he seems to feel towards me. On the other hand, during my training with Misa, I got the distinct impression that she'd never had a training partner before, so perhaps, without the others present, there is no need for this meeting to continue. Meeting adjourned. Works for me. A quick meeting's a good meeting. You always say that. Am I ever wrong? As quickly as our meeting began, the few members present began to walk out, leaving only Sai, Misa, and I. I guess that's my cue to leave. Well, I guess I'll see you guys on... Aww, Misa's like, don't leave. Tugs on our shirt. Not so fast. Before you leave, Karasu has once again requested your presence. Again? Huh? I can guess what this will be about. Oh no, a meeting with Karasu. That's always scary, right? Meeting with your boss. At Sai's command, and without being told anything about our incoming meeting with Karasu, I was escorted to my boss's office. The three of us left the meeting room together, trekked the alley-like hallway leading to Karasu's lair, and before long, I was once again face to face with a man who essentially owned my life. Suoh, my boy. Please, come on in. Yeah. Sai told me you wanted to speak to me. About Adder, no doubt. I'm not the one who requested your presence. You aren't? But then who? That would be me. Who is that? What the heck? My apologies for any inconvenience. I am the one who called you here. I am Lieutenant Kraus. Pleased to meet you, Suoh. Lieutenant? As in, a military lieutenant? Not quite. Lieutenant Kraus is a friend of ours from Trenton Police Department. Is this about our second paid kill? Did we mess up somehow? Because Trenton was the place where Mr. Roth lived, so he's from the Trenton Police Department. There has to be some connection there. In fact, he's the one who funded your last outing. My latest outing? But the only outings of mine being funded are... No. I shouldn't jump to conclusions. It will be pretty stupid of me to accuse a police officer of commissioning a kill. You did? Son, I wanted to thank you for your assistance in bringing Mr. Roth to justice. Your methods may be a little unorthodox, but the fact remains that, thanks to you, Mrs. Roth will be able to live on without fear. Wow, he really is talking about that. What's more, Kraus sounds genuinely thankful. I did something horrible, something no civilized human being should ever do, and yet, a man of the law is thanking me. You see, as much as I hate to admit it, the law is full of blind spots, some of which prevent men like me from doing our jobs. A man can beat his wife within an inch of her life, scare her into not saying a thing, then go on without a care in the world. Even if we all know what's really going on, the second anybody tries to do a thing about it, they're labeled a rogue cop. You're doing God's work, son. I just wanted you to know that. Yeah, I definitely am, because, according to people, God is the people that, he takes lives and gives life, so we're doing part of God's work, if you want to say it that way. God's work, huh? Well, I'll be damned. Is the boy gone for the night? Yes, sir. He won't be returning tonight. Good. And you've put Misa to bed? We won't be disturbed. Excellent. Now that the good children have turned in for the night, it's time for the adults to talk, don't you think? What is it? I just don't understand. Understand what? You know full well that I don't approve of this kind of secrecy and deceit. Choosing not to tell the boy the finer details of your plans is one thing, but dressing up one of your men as a police officer just to lie to him? That's what he did, really? I get what Karasu is trying to do. He's trying to make us feel like what we're doing is actually a good thing, because it's really easy to think about the things that we're doing, killing people, to think of just like, oh god, this is a bad thing, maybe I shouldn't be doing this after all, just to have doubts about what you're doing. But if you're actually doing this and are somehow believed into doing that what you are doing is a good thing, and that you're actually helping people, then that would mean that, I don't know, that he probably just wants this is another way of probably how he thinks Suoh might improve and how Suoh is just going to keep working for Karasu. So I guess it's just another way of having him stick around for a longer time and for him to become better as well. But yeah, I did not expect that Karasu actually did that. Wow. And since when have you thought my daughter was so untrustworthy that she needed to be kept out of the loop? I just don't. Give the drama a rest, would you? I wouldn't be taking these precautions if I didn't think they were necessary. So explain it to me. I thought you'd figure it out by yourself, but I guess it can't be helped. The truth is, Suoh isn't like the others. He doesn't possess the same motives. He needs money, yes, and I fully intend to exploit that. But first and foremost, he's just like you used to be. Me? I know for a fact that you weren't always like this, my friend. But just as you faced ample adversity reaching this point, so shall Suoh and Misa. So you're manipulating them. You don't think money is good enough motivation for those two? So you're giving them more noble incentives? You make it sound like it's a bad thing. The boy has potential, but he's still just a child. He needs to believe that he's on the right path, that what he's doing is right. And my daughter? Please don't take this personally, my friend. Your relation to her really has nothing to do with it. However, as her father, you should know better than I do that Misa has no desire to spend her life doing this. I know it's hard on you, but this is for the best. Besides, if everything goes according to plan, those two will soon be able to become normal teenagers once more. And the only thing standing in their way is one little medical science firm.